Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel NEETAtomix, and this is Vamsi here at NEETAtomix. I'm very much happy guys to see you all back again. So in today's video we'll be starting our new Bhishma series that is for NEET 2025 aspirants. Yes, in today's video we'll be starting with the human physiology in zoology part, and physics and botany also will start soon. I'll just contact with the my colleagues in order to see what are the dates that they can upload the videos. So in today's video we'll be starting with body fluids and circulation. Without any further ado, let us get into the video. And I'm really sorry guys, because we were not able to upload the videos as we were having our university final examinations, first year final examination. So we are done with those, and hence we are free now. So that is why we are able to record the videos, and I thank you, all of you, for being supportive in this hardships that we have went through. Without uploading, even without uploading videos also, we are able to reach audience. So first of all, I thank each and everyone on this channel. We have got 187 as of now subscribers. I thank each and everyone. So hope your support continues. And in today's video we'll be discussing about this body fluids and circulation chapter. Mainly we'll be discussing the introduction part. Okay, we'll not go into the details of the chapter, but we'll be discussing about the introductive points. So let us start. First of all, let us see what does these body fluids mean. So can anyone of you comment down within 5 seconds any two body fluids that you know? Within 5 seconds, your time starts now. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Yes, so most of you have commented. I hope it is blood and lymph. I'm hoping these are the two body fluids that are mainly present in the body. Okay, fluids means anything which can flow. Yeah, fluids, they include gases even. So body fluids means anything which can flow, like liquids and gases both. So which are present in the body are called as body fluids. The main body fluids are blood and lymph. Blood and lymph, these both are connected. Blood is actually a connective tissue. Am I right? Blood is a fluid connective tissue in order to tell in specific. Okay, matrix is liquid. So that is why it is called as fluid connective tissue. That is why this blood is too important for our higher organisms. Why? Because it contains many important things. What are those? We'll be seeing in the further, uh, like in this video only, a little while later. So next one is lymph. What is lymph? What differentiates blood from lymph? Yeah, what differentiates blood from lymph? The proteins. Okay, larger proteins. Next one, RBC. If you minus these from your blood, they give you lymph. Okay, if you minus these from your blood, they give you lymph. There is another term in which you generally confuse, is called as serum. Serum is different guys. Serum is blood minus clotting factors. So no clotting factors. Blood minus clotting factors is serum. But what is lymph? Lymph is this large proteins minus RBCs is called as lymph. So these two are the main body fluids that are present in the body. The blood helps in the transport of some particular substances. Lymph also helps in the transport of some other particular substances. Okay, what are those? We'll also see in the further videos. Now, what is the composition of blood? Let us discuss the composition of blood. So that was a small introduction to the chapter. What is the composition of blood? Blood mainly consists of plasma, am I right? Plasma and formed elements. Formed elements matlab or means nothing but the cells. Okay, formed elements means cells. So these are the two things that are present in the blood. Okay, plasma and the formed elements. Plasma forms the fluid matrix of the blood. Am I right? Matrix of the blood, and in this fluid matrix these formed elements are suspended. Fine. In this formed fluid matrix these formed elements are suspended. So now what is the composition of this plasma? Plasma contains 90 percentage of water. Okay, 90 to 92% as per your NCRT. 90 to 92 percentage of water. Fine. Remaining 8% accommodates your proteins. Okay, plasma proteins. What are the major plasma proteins? Albumin. Please remember these three words, guys. They'll be haunting you in your MBBS first year. Globulin, globulin, and fibrinogen. These three words will be haunting you. Like literally, they will be coming in every aspect of your biochemistry in your MBBS first year. Remember these. These are the plasma proteins. This they accommodate to this 8%. Then the 90 to 92% of it is water. Okay, that is one. Next one. This plasma accommodates 55% of the blood. Remaining 45% is your formed elements. Fine. This is about the plasma. It also contains some ions like cations, anions. What is a major cation which is present in the plasma is your Na plus. Okay, major cation which is present in the plasma is your Na plus. This can be your NCQ in your examination. Okay, it also contains these glucose, amino acids, those all also. Next one, formed elements. What do these formed elements form? Like, what do these contain? Okay, formed elements. Let me put Fe in simple. They include erythrocytes, leukocytes, leukocytes, and platelets. Fine. Erythrocytes are also called as RBCs. Leukocytes are also called as WBCs, and platelets are also called as thrombocytes. These platelets, WBCs, and RBC are the general terminology that we use. But in the medical terminology, we say not even in medical terminology. Usually, we say in scientific terminology as erythrocytes. Sorry, erythrocytes, leukocytes, and platelets, and thrombocytes. Okay, let me just check whether the recording of the audio is going on or no. Yes, everything is fine. Let us continue. So erythrocytes, leukocytes, and thrombocytes. Now, what are these RBCs? RBC are red blood corpuscles or corpuscles. If anyone asks you, don't usually tell cells. Okay, just cell corpuscles because they are small, minute. So that is why we call them as corpuscles. Next one, we have how much amounts of RBCs? We have 4.5 to 5.5 million RBC per mm cube. Okay, this is volume. Per 1 millimeter cube of volume of blood, we are having 4.5 to 5.5 million of RBC. Okay, these all cells develop from pluripotent cells that you will be learning in your higher classes, like in your MBBS first year, that we have a pluripotent stem cells, something called as pluripotent stem cells. These give rise to hemocrit cells. These form your RBCs and WBCs, etc., etc., etc. They form colony forming. You will be learning all this. You will be having the synthesis of each and everything. Okay, you will be having genesis of each and everything. Okay. Now, what is the genesis of erythrocytes called as? Comment down. This is your question for the day. Genesis of Erythrocytes. Comment down in the comment section what is the genesis of erythrocytes called as. Fine. Hope you do that. Next one. Coming into WBCs, we have different types of WBC, usually based upon the presence of granules. Let me just take some other new page here. Here you go. WBCs are usually classified into granulocytes and agranulocytes. Why are these called as granulocytes and agranulocytes? Why? Granulocytes means they contain granules in your cytoplasm. Okay, in cytoplasm there are granules. That is why these are called as granulocytes. But coming into agranulocytes, in the cytoplasm they lack granules. So they lack granules. So they are called as agranulocytes. A anywhere in your science terminology represents absent. Represents the term absent. A. Okay, that is what. Now, what are the examples of granulocytes? Let me give you some examples. Those are neutrophils, basophils, and eosinophils are called as granulocytes. Okay, neutrophils have 3 to 5 lobed nucleus. Okay, they have 3 to 5 lobed nucleus. Next one, basophils, they have dotted appearance. Okay, they have dotted appearance in the cytoplasm. Next one, your eosinophil have bilobed nucleus. These also have bilobed nucleus. Basophils also have bilobed nucleus, but eosinophils also have bilobed nucleus. It is spectacle shaped. Okay, spectacle shaped. Specs, you have no spectacles, that shaped. Okay, but in basophils it is your S shaped. Sorry, S shaped in basophils. It is spectacle shaped in your eosinophils. Now you have to remember the amount which these leukocytes are present. Particular leukocytes are present. Let me tell you, the most abundant leukocytes are your neutrophils. In your MBBS practicals, you will be having these. Okay, they are 60 to 65 percentage of neutrophils present. They are the most abundantly present most abundantly present WBCs. Okay, next one. After this neutrophils, these basophils are usually 0.5 to 1%. Okay, 0.5 to 1%, and eosinophils accommodate to just a minute. Let me just check. 2 to 3%. 2 to 3%. This is the NCRT which is present in my tab. So I just wanna make you clear everything. I don't wanna tell wrongs, so that is why I'm making that. So 60 to 65% is your neutrophils, 0.5 to 1% is your basophils, and 2 to 3% is your eosinophils. And total amount of WBC is present is 6,000 to 8,000 as per your NCRT, but it is usually 4,000 to 11,000. When you come to your higher classes you will be learning that, but as per your NCRT, remember this: 6,000 to 8,000 millimeter cube, millimeter cube, like 1,000 cells in per millimeter cube of blood. Okay, cells per millimeter cube of blood. Next one, coming into agranulocytes. What are the agranulocytes? Monocytes and lymphocytes. Okay, these lymphocytes are again of two types: T lymphocytes and B lymphocytes. Why are they named so? T lymphocytes means they mature in thymus, so that is why they are called as T lymphocytes, and B lymphocytes, they mature in bone marrows, that is why they are called as B lymphocytes. As per your knowledge now itself, you remember this, it is enough. Okay, next one, monocytes. Monocytes are larger in size. Okay, they're very huge in size, monocytes. But lymphocytes, you have again two types as per their morphology is concerned, like larger and smaller, both are present. Okay, both are present. This is based upon their mature site of maturity, and this is based upon their morphology. Okay, monocytes are large enough, and these monocytes and neutrophils are phagocytic in function. Okay, phagocytic means what? Let me explain you what is meant by phagocytic. Uh, See, if there is a microbe which is present, and if this is your human cell, that is monocyte or neutrophil, what happens is, what is meant by phagocytic function is this gets attracted to this foreign cell, to the chemical substances which is called as chemotaxins, which are released by this foreign substance. They get attracted to these chemical substances, and these cells come here and they modify their shape like this. They modify the shape by extending pseudopodia in the cases of amoeba. In such a way only they modify their shape and engulf this, forming an vacuole. Okay, vacuole inside the cell. Once the vacuole is formed, again the cell once the vacuole is formed, again the cell comes back to its original shape. Now, this is your phagocytic function means. Next one, eosinophils. Eosinophils, they are usually involved in allergic reactions, and they are increased in number in allergic reactions. So that is a speciality of eosinophils. Fine. Everything is clear until now. Are you having any doubt? If everything is clear, we'll be moving on further. I hope everything is clear. If you have any doubts, please mention in the comment section below so that I'll be responding to each and every comment. Now, let us get back here. So we have completed with WBC classification and RBCs. Now, what does these platelets do in the body? Platelets help in blood coagulation. How platelets help in blood coagulation? We have a step called as temporary platelet plug formation step in the blood coagulation. Okay, platelet plug formation. This is temporary. This platelet plug which is formed is temporary. Like if you have a cut here, okay, if you have a cut here, for example, what happens is, if you have a cut here, the tissue which is damaged attracts the platelets towards itself. Now these all platelets come and aggregate together and they form a plug, and this plug traps all the WBCs, RBCs, everything, every cell substance, every cells which are present in the blood towards itself in order to form a clot. Okay, that is how these platelets are used in clotting. And what is the normal value? Yes, 1.5, sorry, just a minute. Yeah, what is the normal value of platelets is 1.5 to 3.5. Okay, 1.5 to 3.5 lakhs cells per millimeter cube of blood. You have to remember these normal values. They can ask you as in the cases of like in assertion reason questions. Okay, they can ask you in assertion reason questions. Just remember those values. I'll be writing every value now. Just remember, just write it down in a place. So first of all, coming into RBCs, what are these RBCs? How much? 4.5 to 5.5 million per mm cube. Everything is per mm cube only. Okay. Next, WBCs 6,000 to 8,000 cells per mm cube. In this also, neutrophils accommodate to 60 to 65%. They are the huge. Basophils accommodate to 0.5 to 1%, and eosinophils accommodate to 2 to 3%. Okay. I forgot to tell you about the monocytes and uh, lymphocytes. Yes, monocytes accommodate to 6 to 8%. Okay, 6 to 8%. Next, lymphocytes accommodate to 20 to 25%. Sorry. Next, platelets. Platelets accommodate to how much? 1.5 to 3.5 lakh per mm cube. Okay, these are the normal values. Just take a piece of paper and note down. Okay, just take a piece of paper and note down these are important and you have to remember all these values. Fine. If you have noted down, we'll be just going into the next thing, that is your blood grouping. Before blood grouping, mhm, okay, let us move on to blood grouping only. Before blood grouping, I'll be just giving you a small introduction for your like a small thing which is called as lymph. Okay, I'll be giving you some part of thing to lymph. Okay, I'll be taking you through lymph, then we'll be going into blood grouping. We'll be completing all the introductory topics in this video, guys. In the next video, we'll be seeing about the human circulatory system, then we'll be completing the body fluids and circulation chapter. Now, what is this lymph? How is this formed? Actually, this lymph is also called as tissue fluid, okay, or the extracellular fluid. How is this extracellular fluid formed? What is this extra means? Okay, is there any fluid which is present in the cells also? Yes, that is called as intracellular fluid. Okay, and this is called as extracellular. So these are your cells. For time being, please consider them as cells. If not, also just consider. Okay, if they not look like that, also just consider. So the fluid which is present, that is your cytoplasm and nucleoplasm, which is present inside, is called as intracellular fluid. Okay, intracellular fluid. And when these are your blood capillaries, actually blood capillary endothelium is not tight junctions at some places, like there is no tight sealing with the endothelial capillaries. What happens is, while the blood flows, these are small proteins, okay, plasma of the blood, these all come out, ooze out through these blood capillaries into the interstitium. Okay, this space extra which is present um, outside the cell is called as interstitium. Interstitium. Okay, into this interstitium, these this fluid oozes out from the blood capillaries. Okay, when this oozes out, this forms your extracellular fluid. Okay, this forms your extracellular fluid, and this extracellular fluid which is formed collectively is called as lymph. Okay, this extracellular fluid collectively which is formed is called as your lymph. Okay, fine. So that is why blood minus RBC, large proteins, gives you lymph, and the lymph is again drained back into inferior vena cava or superior vena cava, commonly called as vena cava, through lymphatics or lymph vessels. Okay, this is another circulation which is present in the human body. That will be learning in human circulatory system. Okay, this is another circulation which is present in the human body. Yeah, with the blood circulation. Okay, with the blood circulation. So what are the functions of lymph now? Functions of lymph is exchange of gases, supply of nutrients. Okay, exchange of gases, supply of nutrients, and also absorption of fats from the intestine. Okay, actually you don't have digestion and absorption chapter as per your new NCERT. What happens is, in the small intestine we have villi. In this villi we have lymph vessels, larger lymph vessels called as, sorry guys, okay, larger lymph vessels which are called as lacteals. Okay, these are your lacteals. These larger lymph vessels, what happens is, Fat is actually not absorbed, like not transported or absorbed through the blood. It is absorbed through these lymph. Okay, through this lymph, the fat is absorbed. So assimilated fat is like emulsified fat, which is formed in the intestine, is absorbed through these lacteals and it forms chylomicrons and it is transported through this lymph only. Okay, that is the uh, purpose of lymph. Now let us discuss about the blood grouping. Okay, blood grouping. For this I have a small image. Let me just put it up. I'll be just putting that image here. Just give me some time, guys. So see this, guys. This is your blood grouping. Okay, this is your blood grouping table. Actually, how is this blood grouping done? Is we have two types of blood grouping, like ABO system and RH system. RH system, in this RH system will be giving you the plus or minus sign which is present in your blood group. And in this ABO blood grouping, will be telling you is your blood group A or B or AB or O, and this is extended with this positive and negative. RH means races. Okay, why it is called as races? Because it is first discovered in your rhesus monkey. Okay, there is a monkey which is identified genetically as rhesus, and in that monkey, which is very much closer to humans, this RH blood grouping was discovered, and later in humans also this was discovered. That is why we have named RH type of blood grouping. Now, in ABO system of blood grouping, what happens is antigen and antibody interactions take place. Okay, what happens in if your blood group is A? Okay, if your blood group is A, you will be having on the membrane of RBC we have antigens, and in plasma we have the antibodies. These antibodies are opposite to the antigens which are present on the um, membrane of the RBC. Why? Because if there is a same antibody which is present as of the antigen, this antibody and antigen interaction happen and this RBCs get destroyed. That is why we have opposite. Okay, are you getting? We have opposite antibody in the plasma. Okay, just follow my laser. See, this is your A blood group and this is your surface of the RBC. On this you have A antigens. These are your A antigens. Okay, these are your A antigens. If there are A antigens on the surface, what you will be having? Anti-B antibodies in the plasma. So that is what I told. We have opposite kind of antibodies which are present in the plasma with respect to the antigens which are present on the surface of the RBC membrane. Okay, we have anti-B antibodies if your blood group is A. Now, if your blood group is B, what happens is you have B antigens present on the surface of the membrane and anti-A antibodies which are present in the plasma. Next, if your blood group is AB, you have both types of antigens present on the membrane of the RBC, like A and B, but you have no antibodies which are present in the plasma. You have none of the antibodies. That is why this is called as universal recipient, because you can donate blood group like B blood group, you can donate A blood group, you can donate also O blood group. Why? Because there are no antibodies which are present in the plasma. That is why there is no interactions and there is no destruction of the RBC. But here these are not universal recipient. If you are A blood group person, if you require blood and another A blood group person has to give you blood, not only this ABO system, RH system also should match. Okay, I'll be telling you that. Next one. In O blood group, there is no antigen. Okay, there is no antigen present on the surface of the RBC. That is why we call O. O means zero. Okay, remember like that. But we have both types of antibodies, and that is why this is called as universal donor, because it is not having any antigen. If there is no any antigen which is present on the surface of the RBC, what happens? There is no interactions again. There is no interaction with these antibodies. So that is why this is universal donor and this is universal recipient. But this cannot act as a universal recipient because it is having both anti A and anti B antibodies. So that is why if you transfuse any of these three blood groups into this O blood group person, what happens is their RBE antigen and antibody interaction happen, immune system activates and the RBCs are destroyed. Next one, I'll be showing you another image also. So this is your blood group test. Okay, how is this blood group test is done? Okay, we have three anti-seras: anti-sera A, anti-sera B, and anti-sera D. Anti-sera D tells you Rh positive or negative. Okay, anti-sera is nothing but these contain agglutinins, and your RBC antigens are called as agglutinogens. So when this reaction happens, agglutination means clotting occurs. If this clotting occurs in your body, it is called as clotting. But if it occurs outside the body, it is called as agglutination. So if you are O positive, you will be not having agglutination in anti B or anti A because you are not having any antigens on the surface of the RBC. So you will not have anything. But in anti-sera D, you will be having because you are positive, Rh positive. So that is why you are O positive. But coming to O negative, this O negative is called as universal donor because there is none agglutination which is occurring. There is not even he is not even Rh positive, he is Rh negative. Next one, A positive. If you are A positive, you will be getting agglutination in the anti-sera A because you will be having antigens, A antigens present on the surface of the RBC. Okay, in B you will not get anything because you don't have B antigens, and you are positive, so that is why you will be getting agglutination in the anti-sera D. In negative also you will be getting in anti-sera A, and you will not get in anti-sera D because you are negative of Rh. Next one, B similar, uh, positive and negative. Coming into AB positive and AB negative, you will be getting in both agglutination, in both you will be getting. If you are positive, you will be getting in all the three because you will be having all the three antigens, that is your A, B, and Rh antigens which are present on the surface of the RBC. So that is why you will be getting in all the three. Okay, that is why this fellow is called as universal recipient because there is no having any antibodies in your in his or her plasma. And AB negative, you will not get agglutination here, and if you get agglutination in everything, okay, this is your control in order to just check. If you get everything, it is not valid. So that is your blood grouping test, and this is how blood grouping is done. Why should we learn blood grouping? Why should we know about blood grouping? First of all, what are the uses of blood grouping? In order to transfuse blood, we require blood grouping. In order to detect any genetical disorders in the upcoming babies, we require blood grouping. Actually, this blood grouping is like, these blood groups are maintained by three genes, okay, alleles. Okay, these are alleles: IA, IB, and IO. These are the three alleles which maintain this blood grouping. Okay, about this I'll be giving you problems in the Q&A sessions. Okay, on that I'll be giving you problems also. There are some genetical problems on this, I'll be giving you there. Next one, you have, why should we learn about the Rh? Because we have something clinical condition called as erythroblastosis fetalis. In this condition, the second fetus, okay, the second fetus dies lack of the RBCs because what happens is when the mother is Rh negative, okay, uh, and fetus is Rh positive. Okay, mother is Rh negative and fetus is Rh positive. If mother is Rh negative, there is no Rh antigen present on the surface, but she will be having the Rh antibodies which are present in the plasma, and baby is Rh positive. What happens? He or she, the baby will be having, the fetus will be having Rh antigens present on the surface. Now, what happens in the second pregnancy is, in the first pregnancy there is no antibody developing. So in the second pregnancy, as a mother is Rh negative, antibodies are developed in response to this the Rh antigens which are present on the surface of the RBC of fetus. Now, in the second pregnancy, these antibodies come and attack this antigens, which in return kill the RBCs. So that is why you'll be having a condition in which RBCs are reduced, which is called as erythroblastosis fetalis. Okay, erythroblastosis fetalis. This leads to jaundice, and the fetus dies. Okay, fetus dies due to lack of blood. Okay, that is one clinical condition. That is why we'll be learning about the RH RH blood grouping and ABO blood grouping for transfusion. Even RH also, it is for transfusion only. I'll be giving you problems based on this IA, IB and IO in the upcoming Q&A sessions where you can practice more. Next one, coagulation of blood. Okay, this is some other topic which is very small. I have already told you this. I have taught you this coagulation of blood in platelets function. Okay, next one. Let us discuss about the circulatory pathways, and we'll be completing this video. We'll end this video within, like, what is the duration now? Oh, it is 36 minutes already. Let us complete this video within some 4 to 5 minutes. Okay, I'll be just taking 4 to 5 minutes of your time. Just pay attention here so that we'll be completing this video. See, there are two types of circulation: open circulation and closed circulation. Okay, open circulation and closed circulation. What is open circulation? What is closed circulation? Usually we have arteries, veins, arterioles, venules and capillaries. These capillaries make difference in the types of circulation. In open circulation, there is no capillary present. These arteries and continue as arterioles, and they open into sinusoids or spaces. Okay, spaces, and these sinusoids continue into veins. But in closed circulation, we have capillaries bridging these arterioles and venules. Okay, they don't directly open into the sinusoids. So now, this open circulation is present in organisms such as urochordates. So you remember this trick, euhema. Euhema. This is my trick which is taught by our sir. Euhema. You can remember this. Urochordates, hemichordates, echinoderms, mollusks, and arthropods. These these five phyla or subphyla, they contain the open circulation. But closed circulation is found in vertebrates. Vertebrates like fishes. Fishes have two-chambered heart. That is why and it is a two-chambered heart. That is why deoxygenated blood is also present in the heart. Only deoxygenated blood is present, mixed in the heart, and only single circulation takes place. That is why this heart is also called as venous heart. Venous heart. Okay, and reptiles. Okay, amphibians have three-chambered heart. Reptiles have four-chambered heart. In amphibians, there is a small exception, which is a larger one only. That exception is crocodile. These have four-chambered heart. Okay, this is a small exception which is present in the amphibians. Okay, that is it, guys, for this video. We have discussed about all the, like, we have discussed the introductory points. We have covered we have covered the introduction to the chapter. We have taught about blood. I have told you about plasma. I have told you about formed elements. I even told you about blood grouping. I even told you about blood coagulation. I told you about the lymph. I told you about the circulatory pathways. In the next video, we'll be discussing the conducting system and circulatory system in human beings. Okay, and that is it for this video, guys. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please hit that like button and also subscribe to our channel, NEETAtomix. And this is Vamsi signing off from NEETAtomix, a first year MBBS student here at Sri Balaji Medical College. Thank you, guys. Bye bye. Have a great day further.